Now, for about the past 6 months, maybe even longer, we have been filming on the Osmo Action 6. Loads of comments in the comment section keep saying to us, what do you film on, Neil? What do you use? What do you film on? Well, it's this little tiny camera here. Now, there's a few reasons why we film on it. There's a few reasons why this would probably be good for you if you're doing vlogs or van life or a fishing channel or all sorts of stuff like that. But I will say, it comes with that many accessories that there's nothing you can't do with it. Now, there's loads of people out there who are absolutely terrified of something like this. And that is where something like this could come in handy. Because not everyone has got the brain capacity to use a great big camera. But everyone can press start on one of them. So, for example, there are some people that really technology is way past them. So, being able to press a button on there is really easy. For some people.
You think?
Now, when it comes to accessories, there are an abundance, like I've said. For this tiny little camera, well, what can you get for it? You can get a spare battery pack that will allow you to charge up 3 batteries, so you are never going to run out of charge. If you want to be hands-free, well, it will literally allow you to take the camera, be hands-free, and work like that. And you can alter it to whatever position you want, depending on what you're doing. So if you're doing something with your hands, ideal. Now, as well as batteries, you can also have a handle that it will just clip onto. The beauty about it is this will clip in the side of your camera, you will turn it on, and then you can basically just use this as an actual handle, or you can charge it and activate the camera. It also does have a tripod with it, so you can set it up and film all sorts. Now, as well as handles, there's also other mounts as well. You've got great big window mounts with suction pads on. You can stick it to a window and just basically aim it in whatever direction you want it to aim it in. DJI have thought of everything. As well as window mounts, well, you've also got wrist mounts as well. So if you're, let's for instance, doing some skydiving or some whitewater rafting, or you're in a canoe or a kayak, or you're surfing or something like that, you can plonk this on your wrist, your camera on there, and then you have got a perfect shot of you doing whatever. Maybe you're fishing, I don't know, but you've got the option with the wrist mount, which is that, to do anything with. Now, as well as a wrist mount, they do a cap mount that clips onto your cap, but if you're not wearing a cap, they also do a head strap with a little cushion on there that you can put on your head and film what you're looking at. So as well as all sorts of mounting gadgets to hold it onto your wrist, onto your head, onto windows, things like that, if you want to go in the water with it, well, they actually do a specific cage for the Osmo that will go underwater. Now, this is waterproof as it is right now. We can throw it in the water and it's fine. But if you've got a little cage and you can put it in there and you let go, this will float up to the top and it will just bob around. If you let go of this underwater, it will just sink and you might lose it. So I think getting one of them is a bit of a bonus. But you don't need to, because they are waterproof up to 20 meters. Now, if you don't want to go underwater and you want to do some macro filming or get up close to things, well, they've got you covered. They've got a macro lens that will go on here, and it's really simple. Just screw off the protective lens that is on the front of it, like that. Take your macro lens and screw that on the front, just like that. Now, on the macro lens, you do have mountains, you have people, and you have a flower. And they are all on the very front of there, like that. If you were filming stuff far away, you would put the macro lens to the mountains. If you were up close or a few feet away from someone, you would go onto the actual people. If you're up close, you will go onto the flower. What this does is it allows you to basically use it to film everyday stuff as well as macro stuff. So a lot of people might want to leave that on, and it's okay to do it if you want. Now, the beauty about this compared to the other models is there's been some major improvements in this Action 6 model. It's got a 1 to 1.1 inch sensor. Also, the aperture on it will go from f2.0 to 4.0, which basically means it's better in low light conditions, and it will be alright for in darker rooms, it'll be alright for in dusk, things like that. The aperture is also variable, so it will adjust to the environment that you're in. So if you walk into a darker place, it will automatically open up the aperture, which will be much better for you filming in low light scenarios, say in vans or in places where there's not much light. So if you're in somewhere like a dark room like this, it's going to be perfect because it will adjust to what you need. Also, the stabilisation on it is absolutely brilliant. We have taken this tiny little camera on boats, we've had it in the water, we've had it on the front of the van, we've had it walking around, we've done just about everything that we need to do with this tiny little action camera, and the stability has been perfect. The picture quality has been perfect, underwater and above water as well. What much more do you need? Now, another beauty about it is as well, this does have built-in storage, up to 50 gigabytes of built-in storage. That doesn't mean that you can't put a card in there, because right there you can put your own little card in, which is a micro SD, and it will go in there. And what that does is it gives you the ability, when you turn it on, you can choose from internal storage to SD card, which is right there. You can choose from one or the other. That does come in handy when you forget that you filled one up and you need a little bit more recording time. Now, it will film in up to 8K resolution, but the files on it are going to be really big, and for us, we don't need it. So we film in 4K 24 frames per second, but you can go up to, in 4K, up to 120 frames per second, which basically means that if you want to get some really slow footage of things, well, you can get it in 4K as well. If you do move down to 1080p, well, in 1080p, you can go up to 240 frames per second, which will slow the footage down that slow you will catch every single detail. So the battery life on it is great, the camera on it is great, it will go low light, it will go in dark environments as well. The filming capacity on it within the built-in storage is 50 gigabytes, which is absolutely perfect. Also, the good thing about it is you can connect up the DJI mics to this little unit without using the receiver. You can literally just connect the mic to the camera. There's no other box in between it. It's just mic and camera, and it connects seamlessly. Now, inside this little camera, it does have RockSteady footage as well. So built into this is stabilisation. That means if you're on a boat, if you're on a motorbike, if you're on a push bike, even if you're in a van, with this shaking about, the footage is going to be absolutely perfect. And we have tested it on boats, on bikes, on dogs, and in the cab, all while we're driving. Now, one of the bonuses about using DJI Action 6 is that you can basically have a wider field of view or a narrower field of view if you wanted. You can also have a super wide field of view where, you know, you can see absolutely everything, which all depends on what type of film you're doing and where you're going and how much you want to get in shots as well. But you do have the options. Another good thing is that it will do a night vision mode, which is basically like of a night time. If you put it on super night, you will let more light in for nighttime observation. So if you're catching stars or things like that, the super night mode will really come in handy in darker environments. Also, you do have time-lapse mode as well and slow motion mode. They're all built into the camera. It's literally a press of a button and you are off. You're done. You can set the camera up, and we've used time-lapse mode quite a few times because a good long time-lapse is really nice, especially when you've got a nice view and the sun's going down, and it's a good thing to have. So yeah, definitely a bonus. Now, it is a massive upgrade from the DJI Action 5, which is still a good camera, but I think right now, if you want to look for an action cam, the 6 is definitely something that you want to be looking at. Now, if you're walking around and watched it like for vlogging and holding it out, and if you're spinning around and shaking the camera with RockSteady, well, it works absolutely perfect. The footage is stable, It's just an absolute credit to DJI on what they've done with such a small camera, because it opens it up to so many people who don't know how to use full frame cameras or DSLR cameras or the big cameras that people film on. Something like this is absolutely perfect for people who just want to pick up a camera and record it, but get really good footage as well. Another great thing about the DJI Action 6 is that you can actually film all your footage in what's called D-Log. Now, what's D-Log? Well, I'll show you. That right there is D-Log. This right here is with a colour grade on. Now, you don't have to be an absolute expert on video techniques or video colour grading or anything like that, because you can get a thing called a LUT, which is basically a pre-done colour grade for you, and you will basically put it over your footage in your editing suite. So, as you can see, this side is a lot different colour to that side. That's D-Log. This has got the colour grade on it, and it really works. It brings all the colours out properly. It makes everything pop. It just works perfectly. No matter what you do and where you are with the camera, the colours on one side, well, there's a dramatic change between the other side. So personally, we always film in D-Log, just because I think on YouTube it looks a lot better. But you don't have to film in D-Log. You can just film in normal colour off the camera, and you don't have to mess with nothing, and that's okay as well. Now, DJI did send us this camera out, but they did send us it out around about 6 months ago, and I wanted to give it enough time for us to use the camera and basically go, is it worth an upgrade? Is it worth people buying? Was it worth the money that people are going to spend on it? If you've got an Action 5, is it worth getting rid of that one to get the Action 6? Well, is it worth the upgrade? 100% it's worth the upgrade. Have we used it for 6 months? Every single day. No matter what we film, whether we film stuff for our channel, whether we film stuff for the campsite, it's all being filmed on the Action 6. Every single video we've filmed has been on the Action 6. So I can categorically say, after 6 months of using it, after completely throwing it about, dropping it, smashing it about, throwing it into water, dropping it out the van, dropping it off the van, 1, it survived. 2, it still puts out as good video as it did the first day we got it. The audio is perfect, and you couldn't really ask for more. So you make your own mind up. If you want to go and get one, the links for DJI will be down in the description. Go and have a look at them, and yeah, if you want to upgrade, definitely a good upgrade. And let's be honest with you, it just takes out all the problems from buying a DSLR and deciding what lens you want. You want an 11mm, an 18 to 25mm. It just kicks it all out. You can take the camera out, press record, and you're good to go.